if you didn't see enough of Kyle Pitts in that loss, well, here's more of him. And Kyle Pitts is going to be really upset one day when Todd Bowles isn't the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because this man looked like Rob Gronkowski and Tony Gonzalez rolled up into one. What was his numbers? 11 receptions, 166 yards, 3 tutties. Entering the week, Drake London was not even in play. So you knew this guy always burns you. And somehow he did it way worse than he's ever done it before. Him and Bijan Robinson, which Bijan, you're going to lose that battle a lot. But that performance, how are you the only one that gets eviscerated by Kyle Pitts? How is Todd Bowles the only one who gets eviscerated by Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins. This team, the Falcons, had 19 penalties. We haven't seen that large of a penalty mark in like 6 years. The Bucs had 4. They gained 100 free yards from the referees. After everything that the refs have done, including actually costing the team 4 points, which was terrible off Zion McCollum in the first half, was a big difference in the 29-28 defeat. But you had 100 free yards. And then in the fourth quarter, you're leading 28-14. You let them go down. Baker Mayfield throws an awful interception, mind you. And then on second down, with the Falcons having no timeouts, you decide to throw it. And by the way, Emeka Egbuka was wide open, but Baker throws a terrible ball. I mean, I don't even know where to start. And Mike Evans is on the sidelines so angry. This guy came out here from injury, put up 130-plus yards, 6 receptions. He's still that dude. Jalen McMillan returned, almost scored a touchdown. And you have to wonder, how are the Buccaneers ever going to respond from this? And that performance is the pre-Brady Buccaneers. And that's what fans out there are thinking. That the allure, what Tom Brady brought in, what all the frustrations have been, that's where they're heading. Because things are not right. They haven't been right. The identity of this team, before this game, even if they won that game, it was not pretty. They do not consistently execute for a myriad of reasons. The defense is terrible. There are so many things wrong with this team. And if they do win out, go to Carolina, go to Miami, come home, beat Carolina, they will be in the playoffs. They will win the NFC South. And they have to cling on to that message. But this team just lost to a 2-win Saints team at home. Then they come around in prime time and again choke one away like they did last year. At certain point, when it comes to Todd Bowles, and, last year, the year before that, the team went like this entering the playoffs. It was understandable to why you'd keep him, build on that, hope for better. Not this time around. It's not going to happen. This team doesn't make the playoffs, and even if they do make the playoffs and they don't go on a deep run, this has to be the end of the Todd Bowles era. It just has to be. You can't have this happen. Not with the amount of talent on this team. Not with what you've built over the past handful of years. You can't be going backwards like this. You're running out of excuses, and injuries can only be talked about so much. And they're valid in some ways, but they're not valid in all the ways. So I don't know how they're going to get off the mat on this one. And frankly, the head of the snake tonight in the fourth quarter, it really landed on Baker Mayfield. The interception was a terrible pick. And the throw to Emeka Egbuka, even though I 1,000% disagreed with the call and you should have ran it with the team having no timeouts, get to the 2-minute warning, run it down the 120 and punt it. But that just shows you the confidence level they have in this defense, that they tried to do something tricky like that. And they almost pulled it off, but then they gave up a 4th and 14. Nothing else to really say about this one. A lot of changes will be coming with this franchise in the offseason, and a lot of question marks are going to have to be figured out. And Jason Light's going to have a lot of work because entering the season, we thought this group was closer to a Super Bowl. And now you can't help but wonder if they got to retool and do what sort of the Seattle Seahawks did a couple of years ago and on the fly reroute and figure out some things. So we'll have plenty of time to discuss that. In the meantime, they get a long break here to think about what the heck just happened and try to head into Carolina, win a game, which will, at least if they win that, put them back atop the NFC South standings, considering, they would have to beat the Panthers twice. So, cross your fingers at this point for them. The season's certainly not over, but after a loss like that, it feels like it is.